Patrick. Let's talk about the new speaker. How does this stand out from what you already offer and stand out from the competition?
Yeah, thanks, Emily. This really helps us get outside the home, right? So we've been very known for being in the home and having the best connected home audio system over the last 20 years. But this is a big step for us going outside the home. And it couldn't have been better timed given that people are finally, going to be able to leave their homes and get together again. And so we think Roam is the perfect product at the perfect time. Obviously, it works inside the home with your existing Sonos system, but as well, we think it's going to appeal to a whole bunch of new people that have been looking at Sonos and interested in the system, but perhaps, either because of price point or just functionality, didn't feel like joining it quite yet. And so we think this will appeal to a whole new wave of customers as well.
So talk to us about how you double revenue by 2024. What are plans you have in the making and plans for recurring revenue as well?
Yeah, so we detailed this week our aspiration to get there, just like you outlined, and a big part of that is looking at the opportunity. So we showed people that while we have made a lot of progress, we're really only into about 9% of the addressable affluent homes we believe we can reach. We account for about 7% of sales in the premium home audio market every year right now. So even though we've done great to this point, there's a huge opportunity in front of us. And we have a great business model, which is good for the customers in the sense that they can buy one Sonos and then add more over time. And they've been doing that. So we're up to 2.9 products per home on average. And we think there's opportunity there to add even more products like Roam into new homes. And we have a roadmap and aspirations to get into all areas of audio. So we think we're building from a position of strength. And we think bringing in both new homes, right, which we set a record on in our most recent quarter in terms of a record number of new homes. We also had a record number of existing customers come back and purchase another Sonos product to add to their system. So these two things are really, giving us a lot of confidence that we can build to the 2.25 billion in fiscal 24. And we also, probably more importantly, set out the aspiration that we want 100 million plus people using our products and services. One of those services, to your point, is Sonos Radio HD. So we set an aspiration there of getting to 500,000 subscribers. We just launched that in November. It's been great. Sonos Radio is our number 3 listened to service already. So we're very excited about that and just creating great experiences for customers, curated stations, and really, building the top experience people can have when it comes to sound.
Well, speaking of audio, how far off are Sonos headphones? Will we see them this year?
We are very interested in all the categories of audio, but we don't talk about our future roadmap plans. So we do think we have opportunity in all these different areas. And so while we play today in about a $25 billion home audio segment, there's a $90 billion audio segment more globally as we think about things like offices, commercial. We announced auto this week in a partnership, our first toe in the water with Audi. Headphones, as you mentioned, there's a whole bunch of areas. So we're excited about the opportunity to be in all those categories. And I'd say, stay tuned because, we definitely want to be playing in all those different areas.
We've been talking a lot about the global chip shortage here, and obviously the supply chain was heavily disrupted by the pandemic. How has hardware development been impacted by the pandemic, and what changes in post?
Yeah, it's been a tough year, having everybody work from home, and we've really relied on people in the past working together physically, right, when you're ideating a new product or doing a first build of a new product. So our people have made some heroic efforts to figure out how to bring up new products, launch new products, and then deal with all of the supply chain disruptions of the last year. I mean, we faced everything that you can name. Chip shortage is just one, right? We've had the port delays. We've had COVID hit, different parts of the supply chain along the way, tariffs. I mean, there've just been so many different things. And I think, our team has set themselves apart in terms of being able to manage through all of these things. I think they've shown a lot of resiliency. We've come in ahead of expectations every quarter in the pandemic, which is pretty incredible. I think we're going to continue to see challenges like post-pandemic as well in the supply chain, but I think our team's up to the task ultimately. And it's kind of comes with the territory when you're building hardware. So I do expect, maybe unlike some of more of the fully digital companies or software-based companies, there is a place for that physical presence and working together in offices when you're building physical products. And so we do plan to return to the office in September. And I think we'll have more flexibility with our workforce, but I do think we'll also see a lot of people wanting to be back and working together and really collaborating to create the next set of great products that we have planned.